We got a massive article from ZOS detailing everything about the Writhing Wall event. So this is going to be a bit of a long one, so let's go ahead and hop right into it. They talked about the Battle for the Writhing Wall event beginning October the 13th at 10 a.m. Eastern. We know there's going to be no downtime or update that you have to do. You can just hop in at 10 a.m. on the 13th and play or start the Writhing Wall event. This continues until the wall is destroyed. Band together with your fellow players to progress the event for your server and ultimately bring down the wall on your platform and region. The full scope of the event is part of the Season of the Wormcult saga unfolding on Solstice for the 2025 Content Pass owners. But all players can participate in the fight against the Wormcult and help foil their schemes. So all players will be able to participate in parts of this. As you will see as we get further into the kind of update and details, that some parts of this you have to have the pass for. So when you hear them say, you have to be a content owner, realize if you do not own the 2025 content pass, you will not be able to participate in that particular part. Once the event kicks off on the 13th, you can visit, of course, the Fellowship Camp or the Sunport Camp to sign up and do your part in the war against the Wormcult. You can reach the camp by taking the boat from Volkelgard, Daggerfall, or Davin's Watch. Also, you can grab the introductory quest titled Support the Fellowship from the in-game crown store to help you kind of get pointed in the correct or right direction. The Battle for the Writhing Wall event must progress through 3 unique theme stages. Before you can bring down the wall and enter Eastern Solstice, the progress through the first 2 phases, you must complete daily quests acquired from the camp, either camp, and you will have to have the 2025 Content Pass to be able to access those daily quests. Each time you complete one of these daily quests for your server, you help progress the phase. You also can talk to several different individuals, NPCs, throughout the zones to get different types of quests. Siege quest, you also have some that require vitrified souls of Daedra, native to Cold Harbor. You also have some quests that will ask you to gather certain supplies for the war effort, and also opportunities for crafters to help supply the Fellowship on either different camp. These quests are available in all phases, with additional quests available in phase 2. So just be aware there's going to be a lot of different things here that you can do. You can participate in the daily quest, but there are also other quests as well that you will be able to do during the Writhing Wall event and even after. As you complete these daily quests and defeat Cultist and Daedra from Cold Harbor, you help your server progress through the event. You can see the server's current phase and progress on the Battle for the Writhing Wall event page or within your in-game activity finder. Phase 1, which is supply and defense. Help the Fellowship gather resources for the conflict to come. Phase 1 daily quest sees both sides engage in skirmishes over siege camps and incursions beginning to affect locations across Tamriel. All ESO players can help progress this phase, but only 2025 Content Pass owners can acquire the quest on Solstice. So everyone can help in this phase, but only if you have the Content Pass can you actually gain access to those quests. During the Wormcult, or during this phase, the Wormcult, takes over various delves and public dungeons throughout Tamriel, staging them as their invasion sites and marking them on the map. These delves have additional monsters that are more difficult to defeat than the normal inhabitants and are the focus of the daily quest. Now when it comes to phase 2, it's time to take the fight to the Wormcult, continue to strengthen the war efforts, maintain the siege camp defenses, and expect various counterattacks as Fellowship forces prepare the strike against the wall. So as you can tell from phase 1 to phase 2, we're going to have a bit more to do just kind of in general when it comes to defending and also maintaining and helping with the defenses. All ESO players can help progress this phase, but only 2025 Content Pass owners can gain access to those quests on Solstice. After phase 2 begins, the siege camp incursions occur more frequently and are more difficult to complete. Additionally, different powerful things will appear as world bosses on Solstice, so different monsters and people or enemies that you have to defeat. Phase 3, Fall of the Writhing Wall. The Writhing Wall is exposed and it is time to break through and clear the Writhing Fortress public instance. Unlike the other phases, which last as a variable length of time depending on player success and mobilization, the third phase lasts 1 week from when the Writhing Fortress is first completed on a given server, bringing the event to a close after that period. This is your chance to bring down the Writhing Wall for good and earn a unique title, and this is the only way you can earn that title. You have to participate in this part to earn that title. We did learn that from the recent Twitch stream they did with the devs. So if you want that title, you will have to get it during this 1 week period. So be ready to dive in when it becomes available. Only players with access to the content pass can attempt to complete this phase. So this phase, or this part where you go into that public instance, is only going to be for 2025 content pass owners. Upon the first completion of the Writhing Fortress dungeon, Eastern Solstice is unlocked for all 2025 content pass owners on the server. Access to Eastern Solstice allows you to explore the second half of the Mysterious Island and complete the Season of the Worm Cult Part 2 storyline. So that kind of answers the question of how this was going to work when it comes to PC having the update before console. It is still a race, but at the same time, I don't know if everyone's going to really treat this as a race for, each platform and each region. I think most people are going to be just looking forward to someone completing it no matter what platform they're on so they can gain access to Eastern Solstice. I'm still kind of curious what they mean by this could take longer. They keep saying, in the weeks leading up to this post, that it could take longer than Update 48 being released before the wall is down. They really don't mention that here, so I'm wondering if they've decided to reword that and they've decided to kind of go with the idea that it's probably going to be done before Update 48 launches. We'll have to wait and see. If you do your part in the war effort, you can earn great rewards. This includes collectibles and an exclusive title with an additional rewards from the Golden Pursuit campaign that will be going on as well during this. Enjoy Worm Cult theme rewards, and note there will be no event tickets granted as rewards for this event. You will get event coffers, and you can earn these Writhing reward coffers from various sources throughout the event, including up to 3 glorious Writhing reward coffers per day from dailies of different types. You can earn these from the first Vitrified Soul daily quest, the first Siege Camp daily quest, and the first Crafting daily quest. So keep in mind, if you are a 2025 content pass holder, you can do these daily quests and you will get rewards from them in kind of the idea of coffers like we get in other events in game. If you're not a 2025 content pass holder, you do not have access to those daily quests. So I'm assuming from the way they have worded everything so far in this, you will not have access to these coffers either. Additionally, you can earn further Writhing reward coffers from each additional daily quest completed beyond these, as well as from defeating Worm Cult generals or world bosses, or the world boss, excuse me. Rewards from the coffers available for the Vitrified Soul quest include a gear piece from Western Solstice set, a chance for a style for the Fellowship crafting style, one is guaranteed in the Glorious coffer. A low chance for one of the following, one is guaranteed in the Glorious coffers as well. The Worm Wrath armor outfit style, the weapon style, the pet, a fragment of Caltrops bone skull or bone skill style from phase 2 and onward, a chance for a sellable treasure or varying value that is also guaranteed in the Glorious coffer. And these rewards have a very low chance to be replaced with the Cold Harbor Surreal Estate if you don't already own it, or a sellable treasure of exceptional value if you do, which is a pretty cool thing. You can get the Cold Harbor Surreal Estate if you don't already own it. I know a lot of you probably do because that has finally been added into the game over the last year or so, where you can purchase it for gold. But if you do not own that, you have a chance to get that. But if you do own it, you still get a chance to get something really good treasure-wise that's going to give you exceptional value. They don't list how much that's going to net you in gold, but from the way they've worded it, it must be a pretty good bit. Rewards from the coffers available from the Siege Camp quest include a piece of gear from Western Solstice, a chance of a style of the Fellowship crafting style, a chance of the Fellowship motif page, and a low chance of the same thing we went over there, the armor outfit, the weapon outfit, the pet, or the bone skill style from phase 2 and onward. A chance for a sellable treasure is also something you can get from the Siege Camp quest, and this reward has a very low chance to be replaced once again with that Cold Harbor real estate if you do not already own it, or a sellable treasure. Reward coffers from the crafting quest includes crafting materials. So that's the one thing that's different here, and everything else here is the exact same. You get the chance, a low chance for the armor outfit, the weapon, the pet, the bone skill style, and a chance for a new blue or purple quality furnishing plan for the craft used in the quest. So that one's a bit different there as well. So there's some good ones here in the crafting materials. It's kind of odd that the other two don't really change that much, but the rewards, excuse me, I'm just getting tongue-tied everywhere today, for crafting quest are a bit different, and I think a lot of people will like these, especially if you are a housing fan. Reward from the coffers also available for defeating event bosses include the invaded delve or public dungeon where the boss was found if applicable, so you can get an item set from there, and a low chance at a Writhing Wall themed furnishing, which I know will be very, very popular for a lot of housing enthusiasts. Also, a reward from incursion chests that appear after completing the defense of the siege camp, regardless of whether you did have a daily quest to defend the camp. A set from the Solstice Zone, a small amount of gold, a chance at a style item from the Fellowship crafting style, the Fellowship motif, or in rare cases, the entire book, a chance for a sellable treasure, a low chance for the worm wrath armor, weapon, pet, or bone skill style from page or phase 2 onward. Note that the collectibles and the items awarded through the Battle of the Writhing Wall event will remain in game even after you server has completed the event. These awards, apart from the Wallbreaker title below, will be sometime awarded through the Siege Camp daily quest in addition to possible rewards for Siege Camps already listed above. The antiquity leads normally dropped from specific bosses in delves and public dungeons that do become invasion sites will drop from event bosses in that delve or public dungeon for the event's duration. So that will be going on. You can still get the antiquity leads, but they will just drop a little bit differently during the event. For those who see the war through till the very end can also earn the Wallbreaker title. To earn this reward, you must complete the Writhing Fortress during Phase 3 of this event. This reward can be earned only by players who own the 2025 Content Pass. So you have to have the Content Pass, and you have to complete the Writhing Fortress during Phase 3 to be able to earn that Wallbreaker title. The Golden Pursuit campaign as a part of the event will be going on as well to earn rewards from the associated Golden Pursuit campaign. The task for this campaign and event activities and challenges is rewarded, including the Cold Harbor Runt Pet and the Bear Lizard Mount. So I know that pet and mount will be something a lot of people are looking forward to. It says more details will be available when the Golden Pursuit campaign kicks off, so they'll give us some more info about that as we get closer to time for that Golden Pursuit to start. During your season of the Worm Cult adventure, your access to the second half of Solstice has been blocked by the Writhing Wall, but once the event concludes, you can explore the new region, complete its story, and claim new rewards. To get there, your server needs to progress the battle for the Writhing Wall through all 3 phases and complete the Writhing Fortress public dungeon. Once any players on your server have completed the Writhing Fortress, all 2025 Content Pass owners on the server can begin exploring the newly uncovered territory. Furthermore, at the start of the battle for the Writhing Wall, found, of course, the prince there at the Rampart Camp will grant a new story quest titled Crossing the Wall to those who have completed the Season of the Worm Cult Part 1 questline. Crossing the Wall serves to continue the Season of the Worm Cult story from Part 1 into Part 2. If you wish to continue the saga in Eastern Solstice, be sure to complete this quest first. This is a great battle is about to erupt across Tamriel. Like I said, I'm just getting tongue-tied everywhere today. Sorry about that. Will you stand and fight against the Worm Cult and the horrors of the Oblivion? Are you excited to gain access to Eastern Solstice and conclude your season of the Worm Cult saga? So this was a lot of info, a lot of stuff we kind of already knew. They did clear up some of the questions that a lot of the community had. But at the same time, when it comes to rewards, there's going to be a lot during this event, especially some interesting furnishing plans, like I said, that housing enthusiasts will really be looking forward to getting. Also, I am glad that they're allowing players that may not own the content pass to still participate. Even though they're going to miss out on some things, they're still getting to participate in the event as a whole until it gets to the end where you have to be kind of a content pass owner to go into that instance where you're going to complete phase 3. Overall, I'm kind of curious what you guys are looking forward to the most when it comes to this event. Are you looking for the title? Are you looking for just for some of the items that will be dropping during the event? Or are you just looking in kind of forward to participating in the event because we've never had anything like this inside of VSO, and I'm really going to be interested to see if they give us any kind of information after the event ends and how many people really participated in this on each individual platform, because that would be something I would really like to hear about. Also, I'm kind of curious, would you like to see these type of events in the game every year? Leave me a comment with your thoughts, and of course, if you like the video, hit the like. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.